DreAllDay.com.
Brought to you by the Mental Workbook, your self-guide to becoming the person you want to be for the rest of your life. DreAllDay.com. Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Topic of this video is positive thinking. Everybody's heard of positive thinking. I think most people want to think positive. I don't think any of us want to think negative, because I hope that all of you understand that the way that we think, the energies that we carry within us, not even the stuff outside of us, but the energies that we carry within us has a direct, what's the word I'm looking for? A linear relationship to the outcomes that we produce. Therefore, when you think positive, you get positive in the long run. You think negative, you get negative in the long run. Now, you can think positive and in the short run have something not work for you. And you can think negative and in the short run have positive things happen for you. But in the long run, we all get exactly who we are, what we are, the type of energy we're putting out is exactly what we're going to get back in the aggregate in life. So if you happen to be a person, this is a sidebar, you happen to be a person who you're kind of getting random results. Sometimes you're getting what you want and oftentimes you are not. It's probably because that's the same energies you're carrying around. Sometimes you're positive, sometimes you're negative. Something works, you feel good. Something doesn't work, you start feeling terrible. You start thinking about all the reasons this is going to fail. You get all these doomsday scenarios in your mind. So whatever energies you're carrying around consistently, those are the exact results you're going to get in your life in the long run. So if you want positive long-term results, all you got to do is think positive all the time. And that sounds so simple, right? And that's the reason why I made this video. I want you to understand that positive thinking is not a privilege. Okay, it's not something that you do once you get around to it, or as soon as this is done, or whenever you think about it, or whenever you happen to watch a video, somebody's talking about, oh yeah, let me do that positive thinking thing again. Positive thinking is a job, people. Same way that you brush your teeth every day, the same way that you take a shower, the same way that you got to eat food to survive, the same way you got to drink water to live. Positive thinking is the same thing. Same way you got to breathe, the same way you got to sleep. Positive thinking is just as much a job, a requirement of success in your life as all those other things are. Now, those other things, if you don't do them, if you don't drink water and you don't sleep, you'll probably die. Now, if you don't think positive, you can still live, but you're not going to live too well. So if you plan on living well and doing good things with your life, understand that the job of positive thinking, is 100% yours, as everybody who wants to be successful. Let me explain to you exactly what that means and why I'm talking about it. Number one, understand that negativity, the reason positive thinking is a job is because negativity spreads faster than positivity. It's easier to think negative than it is to think positive. And if you look around in our world, a lot of what you see is negativity. A lot of what you see is trying to program negativity into your mind. Such as on social media, what are you seeing? People arguing, people saying negative things about other people, people trying to build their brands, build their audience, get clicks to their articles and their videos by what? Sensationalizing things and telling you how terrible this is, how bad this is. Kind of like a car wreck, right? Everybody's going to stop to watch a car wreck simply because it's sensational and you could call it negative. This is some negative thing that happened to somebody, whoever's car that is. People are going to slow down and look at that. It draws attention. But if something positive was happening, somebody's giving to charity, or there's some event that somebody's helping out the community, it's not going to get as much attention because it's not sensational enough. It doesn't touch the core of our beings as human beings. The reason why all of this is, why negativity spreads faster than positivity, and you probably heard this before, that negativity spreads faster, is because back in our caveman days, quote unquote, we had to be fearful. We had to be fearful because we might actually lose our lives. A saber-toothed tiger or a rival caveman trying to come kill us and take our women and children and take our food. We had to be fearful all the time because that's the only way we can stay alive. The world we live in now, I'm not afraid for my life right now with the environment that I'm in. The environment you're in, you're probably not afraid for your life either, because if you were, you wouldn't be able to concentrate and focus on watching a damn YouTube video if you thought you were about to die. So even though we are no longer in danger from moment to moment for our lives, we still have that within us, and then we got to put that energy somewhere. That's why negativity spreads so well, because that is part of our core as human beings, our psyche. So since negativity spreads faster than positivity, the media understands this, and that's why if you watch the news, all you're going to see is a bunch of negative stories. Not that much. They don't put that much time into telling you the positive stuff because it doesn't sell. Nobody's going to watch it. But the negative stuff sells. That's why the first story on the news, I don't watch the news, but if you were to watch the news, the opening story on the show is going to be there's a big storm coming to town. Here's some crazy thing some politician did. Here's how some people died in a home invasion. here's this terrible car wreck where 10 cars got totaled on the highway. They open with something negative because it grabs your attention. And that's just part of our psyche as human beings. Therefore, all of this is said to say this. That's why positive thinking is a job. Because if you don't do the job of positive thinking, the negativity will suck you in so quickly and it will hold your attention so strongly that you won't be able to do anything about it. That's why positive thinking is a job. Because negativity is so easy to grab you in because it's part of our psyche as humans. Number 2, understand that your human mind completes pictures. See, if you want your human mind to do something for you, it's not words. You don't give yourself a whole bunch of words that you say to yourself and you think that's going to work. You got to turn your words into images. If you ever listen to your favorite rapper or your favorite musician or your favorite author, one of the things that people will say about them as a compliment is that this person paints pictures with words. You ever heard that saying? He paints pictures with words. That's what you need to do. You need to design your words in a way that they paint a picture in your mind. You want your mind to have an image, not a sentence, but an image. Because the human mind works in images and it will complete any image that you give to it often enough. And that's why I got my book, The Mental Workbook. You give your mind any image, any vision, and you keep it consistent, and by the power of repetition, your human mind will go to work to bring whatever is in your current reality and make it complete whatever that image is. So if you're doing great, but you keep negative images in your mind, your human mind will slowly pull you to that negative image. If you're doing terribly and you got a positive image, your human mind will pull you towards that positive, and your actions will be a reflection of it. That's why the principle is be, do, have. You be by the images you give your mind. You do, you're going to complete those images, and have, you're going to get whatever that image is over and over and over again. So since the human mind works in images, your positive thinking is a job. You got to keep giving it that image every single day. It's kind of like you're a photographer. You got to go out and take pictures every single day. You had to do the same thing. You become a photographer of your life. Every day you got to give your mind the image. Oh yeah, this is the image. This is the image. This is the image. Even though you know it, you got to keep telling yourself that image every single day. That is the power of repetition. There's a reason that matters. I'm going to do a video on that later on down the line. Listen to the Work on Your Game podcast. You'll hear about it. Number 3, again, positive thinking being the job is the topic. Understand that you must actively aim to be positive in your thinking. I explained that kind of in point number 1. Politics, you're going to hear a whole bunch of mudslinging and negativity, right? Because the people who didn't win the political race, they're going to say negative things about the people who did win so they can try to beat them next time, right? And the people who won, they're going to say negative stuff about the people who might try to beat them so they can keep their jobs. And it's just a whole bunch of mudslinging, and you got this side against this side, and there's a whole lot of back and forth negativity. Social media, the things that draw attention are the things that are most negative. For the most part, in general, the negative stuff draws attention because it talks to our psyche. The news. I mean, we ain't gonna talk about the news. I don't even watch the news, but if you do, you understand, watch it. You see the negative stuff that they put up there. Positive thinking does not happen by chance, people. You're not gonna create a positive life for yourself or positive outcomes for yourself by accident, without doing it intentionally, without doing it via repetition. I just gave you the formula. My book, The Mental Workbook, lays it all out for you in detail so that you can insert not only what I'm saying, but actually make it real to your life and your situations and your goals. Get that book if you don't have the book already. Help yourself, invest in yourself. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.